Today I'm going to show you how to make this epic glitched background effect made popular by Redman Productions, aka District JP. And I had loads of you guys asking me to do a tutorial on this one, so here it is. In fact, I actually got into contact with him. Turns out he uses a plugin called Glitchify. It's like $35, so I just bought it and decided not to eat for the week because, you know, we're in a
cost of living crisis.
So if you do get this plugin, be sure to also cop the project file if you're interested in the description below. And with that being said, let us begin. All right, so we got a clip here. This is a shot sent in by Yanis. Shout out Yanis. So this effect is a simple 4-step process. Step 1 is to actually rotoscope the car. You can do this in many different ways. I rotoscope the car with Rotobrush 2.0. It doesn't have to be a perfect mask. And then rotoscope the foreground using Mocha Pro. You can do it all in one go, but I did it in 2 ways as I felt like it does a much better job. So now we have 3 layers. And then what I did is I pre-composed both of these so we have 1 layer for the rotoscope. Now we have the foreground of the car and the background. All right, so step 2 is to add the Glitchify effect. Now listen to my instructions carefully because there is so much shit that you can do with this effect that your brain might explode. The main effects here are the channel glitch, color glitch, and image glitch. But we can actually disable both of these by just clicking them here and unchecking enable. And we want to focus on channel glitch. So if I click channel glitch and I open up the split and the scale, currently the channel here is on saturation, essentially deciding what color pixels to split. Red and cyan, you can get like a split, green and magenta. So let's firstly change this to value. Go to the channel scale and click vertical. And now you will see is that if I increase the scale, the vertical pixels start to change. And if I change the offset, you can see they also offset. If you press play and you see that it starts to glitch like this, what you're gonna do is go to the speed multiplier and set it to 0. That way, when you press play, it'll only oscillate a little bit. And this by itself actually looks kind of rad. I think what will be fun to add here is we go to advanced, you go to channel scale, and where it says fill gaps, we check that and you see that all the gaps essentially get filled. And then you can play around with different settings. But what you can play around with is mainly the offset. So you can offset this down, you can offset this up more if you want to. The scale, I just realized my mask is fucked, but who cares? But whatever way you want to style this out, doesn't matter. What matters is how you bring it in. Which brings me into step 3, which is to animate. If you want it to kind of come from nowhere, you want to change the setting here, which is the glitchify amount. If I make this 0, so what you want to do is very simply add a keyframe here, press U on your keyboard to bring up the keyframes, move forward a few frames, and then increase this to your desired liking. So now you will see that I can do this. There you go. Now you can combine this with some kind of camera movement by adding an adjustment layer, adding the transform effect, scale position. Then we can even like zoom in. Now we get a really cool looking effect. Now what you can do as well is you can time this to the music. You can essentially set the glitchify amount to 0, move 1 frame, increase it, and then move a few frames and bring it back down. So you get this kind of pulse. After this point, if you move 1 frame, you can increase it again. Obviously this will be timed to the beat. Move a few frames and bring it back down. So it looks like this. And the last thing that we do is add a glow to give it that really dreamy look in the background. Now I use the plugin Optical Glow, which is very expensive, and I know you're just going to purchase the Glitchify effect, so my recommendation is to Google www. Bro, at some point you guys are going to get bored of this. But just to let you know, you don't have to use Optical Glow. The standard glow in After Effects works just fine. I would increase it, make the highlights only pop up, add a tint to the glow, have it radiate, and then also keyframe the size of this glow from 0 to the max. And you see, you can get a pretty cool effect. And with that done, this is what the final effect can look like. Also, if you want to know how I make this ghosting effect, just click the video here when it's live. Project files available in the description, but you do need the plugin. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.